What catalog?
The law school catalog. Upon your entrance to law school, you are presumed to be a lawyer, and your conduct is subject to the canons of your profession.
Why don't we have the party anyway? Here and tonight.
Now you're talking. We'll turn the whole second floor into a party.
Have I fallen in love at first sight?
Borrowing someone's lady without collateral is a crime, and I'm not going to take it standing up, and neither is he.
The name is Anderson, not Powell. Mr. Anderson to you.
You'll be permitted to have counsel. Well, that's good. You get a 3L who really knows the ropes.
No 3L. You.
I can't defend him without you.
Well, it looks like you're going to have to.
And these are facts, Mr. Hart. Facts available to you as to us.
The facts, sir? I don't know what else to say.
Go on, Mr. Hart. The study of law is something new and unfamiliar to most of you, unlike any other schooling that you have ever known before.
First years are hard years, much more than we know. With good friends to love us, we'll feel every blow. Stay open to all things, unknown and new. And one day, we'll all say, hey, look, we've come through. Hey, look, we've come through. And one day, we'll all say, hey, look, we've come through the first years.
You teach yourselves the law, but I train your minds. You come in here with a skull full of mush, and if you survive, you leave thinking like a lawyer.
Promise to perform all or part of a conditional duty under an antecedent contract in spite of the non-occurrence of the condition is binding except elements of risk.
Hey, Art, let's go.
Be right down.
Hey, Val.
What's up?
We're going to pick up the stuff for the weekend.
Get lots of salad.
Well, you can't get high on salad.
It's my only choice. I made a bet with Ford. I lose 20 bucks if I don't lose 10 pounds.
Well, why don't you start jogging?
I'm working up to it.
All right, we got exactly 20 minutes to load up and get to Kingsfield's class. Let's hit it, huh?
Can you believe it? The whole weekend!
Wait. Hey! Stop! Hey! I don't see any salad. What am I gonna eat? Huh? Hey! How can I go to binge and not eat? There's no salad.
No, not now, huh? We got 2 minutes to get to class. Really, huh? Hey, Ford, let's go, huh?
Next, Walker versus Livingston. First the facts, then the principles. Mr. Brooks.
Walker versus Livingston.
Mr. Logan. Excuse me, Miss Logan.
Ms. Logan. In 1944, a man named Walker.
Walker was a woman. Now, for some mysterious reason, Walker versus Livingston seems to have exceeded the mental capacity of this entire class. Perhaps we'll have better luck with Dooley versus Manhattan Storage. Mr. Hart.
Cooley versus Manhattan Storage. I believe 1917. A veterinarian named Amos Cooley.
Amos Cooley was a veterinarian who sued Plainfield Feed and Grain in 1904. That's not Dooley, and it's not versus Manhattan Storage.
Precisely. Now, is there a student in this room who can give us the facts of Dooley versus Manhattan Storage? The young man who is sneezing so persistently and objectionably, please stand up. Are you seriously ill, Mr. Gagarian? Are you bronchitic, asthmatic, allergic?
I hope not, sir.
Is the implication, Mr. Gagarian, that you might be allergic to me?
I hope not, sir.
I too, Mr. Gagarian. There'd be only one thing worse. I became allergic to you. You may sit down and attempt to control yourself, Gagarian. The case of Dooley versus Manhattan Storage is a totally fictitious one, created by me solely to determine your familiarity with today's subject matter. Since apparently familiarity has bred contempt, I'm compelled to regard these last weeks as a total waste. Accordingly, you will thoroughly review all cases covered thus far by next Monday morning, from Hawkins versus McGee to Clark versus West, plus 30 new ones contained in chapters 6 through 9. You will be prepared not only to be questioned on the facts in these cases, but also on the principles underlying them. I shall expect very good answers. Mr. Gagarian, unless you're able to overcome your allergy, one of us will have to go. For the moment, it is I.
I don't know how you stand it. I sure couldn't. Being married to a law student is like living in an isolation booth. Don't get in. Guys!
Many saw cars parked out here and decided to get even with us.
Well, he's a dictator, and he's worse than a dictator.
For the first time in my life, I understand justifiable homicide 100%.
What happened?
30 new cases for Monday.
The weekend's off. We can't go.
That much work?
An avalanche.
Oh, that's just rot.
You know, you guys aren't the first that Kingsfield's done this to. I don't know why you accept it. You know, you've got 2 cars full of food. You spent over $150. I mean, stand up and fight. Why don't you fight back? Just say no.
Hey, why don't we have the party anyway? Here and tonight. Then we'll have the whole weekend to study.
Now you're talking. We'll turn the whole second floor into a party floor. The second floor will be off limits to anybody who even thinks of studying.
Or mentions one legal phrase. Nobody talks law.
Jeannie?
Finally, you get some time to have a drink.
Freedom!
Hey, what are you doing carrying that thing?
What thing?
That thing you're carrying.
Oh, right. I rest my case.
I already know. Smitty, you got a bigger grapefruit?
Nice bouquet. Soft and smooth. You know where this wine comes from?
Mm-hmm. The north side of the storeroom.
Hey, where's your pal Anderson?
Where is my pal Anderson?
Where's Anderson?
Out fishing.
How you doing, Carol?
You
What are you doing here? Didn't you guys schedule a party for tonight?
Yeah, I'm going. Just want to bring somebody with me. Who's here?
Oh, well, how about Sharon Mills, huh? She's in your class?
Well, tonight, I'm looking for somebody who doesn't know a tort from a felony.
Ah, but does know a habeas from a corpus, right?
Something like that.
Who is that? The blonde over there.
I don't know. I've never seen her.
That's terrific.
Uh-oh. You're gonna be too late. Well, I guess she doesn't like law students.
Those law students. Excuse me. Excuse me. Here's your money back. I pounded on the side of the jukebox and it's dropped out. You were the last one there, so I figure it must be yours.
Thank you very much.
Welcome. Oh, you know, I saw those two guys over there trying to move in on you. I was going to come over and help you out. You did a terrific job yourself.
That's right. Hey, I'm not in a dating mood tonight, okay?
Well, would it bother you if I sat down and talked to you for a while? I'm a 1L. That's a law student first year. I'm a little lonely.
You 1Ls are all lonely.
What do you know about 1Ls? Hey, was it a 1L that stood you up? Hey, don't worry about it. You got me. Can I buy you a drink?
No, I don't think so.
Nothing?
No, I don't think I should drink.
Come on. It's not going to hurt that much.
Well, okay.
What would you like?
Scotch, straight up.
What? Sam? 2 scotches, straight up. Doubles. I'm Anderson.
I'm Fitch.
Just Fitch?
Yeah, just Fitch.
Isn't that terrific? It's a wonderful man.
Thank you.
Here's to our health.
I'm so weak.
You don't look weak.
Oh, but I'm strong in some ways.
Like what?
Physically.
Hey, will you guys hold it down? I mean, some of us are trying to study. Hey, this is still a law school?
Law school? I'm supposed to be in medical school.
Hey, you guys a break, please? Look, you guys don't stop. Someone's liable to call campus cops and you'll all be in trouble.
No, don't tell it to Kingsville.
May I present the fabulous Fitch, a lovely lady and a living legend.
Is it possible? Have I fallen in love at first sight?
Oh. And next thing you know, he'll be asking me to carry him.
All right. I've never been supported before.
Hey, you gonna stand for this? You brought me.
You're absolutely right. Mr. Frey, what are you doing here? This is a 1L party.
I was crashed, man. And I'm so glad I did.
Darling, I'm the only one who'll ever have to carry through life. But I'll be that.
What are you drinking? Oh, you think that's water.
Water?
You don't fool me, Ford. You're trying to sober up so you can go back and study. And I think that's a miserable thing to do.
Oh, I can't help it. I am basically a rotten person. But one day I'm gonna be a fantastic lawyer.
And don't mention that word tonight.
Let's go.
Okay.
Let's get out of here. Let's go.
Hey, Hart, did you see Fitch?
Oh, I think I thought I saw her leaving with Prey.
Anyone seen Fitch and Prey?
Yeah, down there. I don't believe that guy. I'll be back in a minute. Excuse me.
Anderson's only a party.
He stole my lady, Hart.
Borrow, not stole.
Borrowing someone's lady without collateral is a crime, and I'm not going to take it standing up. And neither is he.
The party was the pits.
Worse.
Maybe we should have invited him to the party.
Let's go there.
Okay, let's give it a try.
What do you think, huh?
I'm ready for anything. Okay.
It's not the Korean Hilton, but it'll do.
Oh, but it's locked.
Over here. Steady now.
Oh, but look. Oh.
Here. Stay here. I'm going to follow Anderson.
What's that? Oh, no.
Split. Might be some kind of dope. Watch the glass. Come on, pal. Let's go.
The name is Anderson, not Powell. Mr. Anderson to you.
Okay, Mr. Anderson, let's just take a little ride.
There's a very good explanation for all of this.
I'm sure. We understand. We can put it all down on paper in the office.
I don't believe it.
Hey, Bill.
How come you look so repulsive in the morning? You're not even hungover.
Maybe you don't remember these 50 cases. I've been up since 5. Look, have you seen Anderson?
Yeah, he's in the John trying to decide which wrist to slash.
So stupid, so dumb. They're gonna toss him right out on his ear.
He said he didn't do it.
You think they care? He was busted, and he was drinking.
That's rotten. Hey, what are we gonna do about his study group outline?
You say you're not worried, but you are.
I'm not worried. I'm innocent. I didn't do anything, so why should I sweat it? It was a false arrest, man. You were there. You saw it. Am I right?
Well, I saw the end of it. I saw you being arrested.
So you know.
Hey, Anderson, tell me, what actually happens when they bust you on campus?
They ask you a bunch of questions, they write you up, they send you home. No big deal. I made a full statement, and I'm sure I'm in the clear.
What did you say about Prey?
I didn't mention Prey. Why should I get the guy in trouble? So he stole my date. Big deal.
Oh, you don't think it could get serious?
Not serious. When my father was here, 2 law students were expelled for cursing. Haven't you read the catalog?
What catalog?
The law school catalog. Upon your entrance to law school, you are presumed to be a lawyer, and your conduct is subject to the canons of your profession and the highest standards of public decorum.
Look, this is a law school. They have the world's greatest experts on getting to the truth here. I'm sure they'll find out what happened. I'm sorry to disappoint you, Ford, but I haven't been charged with anything, and I won't be.
Okay, United World Bank versus Raymond, the principal. Brooks.
Don't snap at me, Ford.
Look, Jonathan, you are the one we are trying to help with this.
Okay.
Okay, then let me be Kingsfield.
Okay, you be Kingsfield.
Okay, I'll be Kingsfield. United World Bank versus Raymond. The principal, Bell.
Inadequacy of value. The bank sued Raymond for return of the money loan because the collateral, carloads of iron ore, diminished in value due to a drop in the market. But the bank couldn't prove fraud and lost the case.
What happened next, Ford?
Raymond countersued the bank on the basis they slandered his reputation and won again.
Did he win direct or on appeal? Ms. Logan?
I don't want any part of this. Jeannie's right. I'm going to tell Kingsfield exactly what he can do.
Sure you are. You're going to take on the old boy in class.
Well, 50 cases in 3 days is cruel and unusual punishment.
Cruel, yes. Unusual, no.
I'll see you later.
He's scared.
You would be, too, if you didn't know whether or not you'd be here next week.
Did you find out anything?
Well, I called the registrar's office, but the arrest record doesn't even go up there till this afternoon.
Then what?
Well, they read it and decide whether to have a hearing or just forget it. What about last year?
I checked the record. 4 guys were kicked out after being busted. 2 for smoking pot, 1 for fighting, and 1 for stealing $3.
Oh, you believe this system? I mean, what would they have done if he had stolen $300? Heat up the oil?
How you doing?
Did you find her?
Dental school wouldn't even give me her phone number.
It'll be okay.
A man, A, puts up for auction a certain cow together with some hay stored in a bin with other hay. A farmer, B, bids and is awarded both the cow and the hay for $17. Mr. Ford.
Minor versus Bradley, Supreme Court of Massachusetts, 1839. The farmer, Minor, took possession of the cow and later demanded the hay, which was refused by the defendant, Bradley, because he had used it.
And then, Mr. Ford?
The defendant objected to the plaintiff's suit on the ground that this was an indivisible contract and that the plaintiff was not entitled to any single part of it without rescinding the entire contract. And to rescind the contract, the plaintiff would have to return the cow.
And what did the court rule, Mr. Brooks?
The court overruled the objective to, the objection to...
Mr. Anderson?
I'm unprepared, sir.
I see. And is there any special reason that you should be unprepared?
Yes.
And now, let us return to the fascinating case of the cow and the hay. Mr. Hart.
That decision was also reversed, sir, because there was no way of determining how each of the parties valued the hay or the cow. A contract cannot be disclaimed in part and enforced in part.
And the final determination? Miss Logan?
Ms. Logan, the plaintiff eventually lost the case for pleading the wrong cause of action. And, sir, this case and this whole assignment is excessive and punitive, and I just want it on record that I object.
Objection overruled. And if you cannot conform to my discipline, would you be good enough to start sneezing so that I can dismiss you on medical rather than academic grounds? However, it is evident that most of you learned something during the weekend.
Hey, Art. Came any mail today?
It's an hometown paper. You?
Hey, look at this.
Anderson, please appear before a law school disciplinary committee panel at 3 p.m. Tuesday for an inquiry concerning your recent apprehension by the campus police.
Talk about a swift and speedy trial.
Determination regarding your status will be made as soon as practicable.
Oh, man. Read the rest.
You'll be permitted to have counsel. Well, that's good. You get a 3L who really knows the ropes.
No 3L. You.
Me?
Yeah, you.
No. Look, I'll scour the woods. I'll get you the best third-year law student on campus. Maybe a law review guy.
I don't want a 3L. I don't want some jerk who's going to go in there trying to impress those guys.
Anderson, I've never even prepared a case.
Listen, I don't want some high-powered guy making it look like I need a major defense. I'm innocent. You know it, and I know it. That's all we need.
There are going to be 3 major faculty members there.
Hard. This is a hearing. It's not a trial. We're still in school, not court. I need you.
Well, thanks, but maybe I...
Hard. I trust you.
You trust me?
I trust you.
You trust me?
I agree. I think we should take it up with the board. We should give sack the sack.
Here, Elizabeth. Good day, Professor Kingsfield.
Charles.
Good day. Sorry I'm late. I hope I haven't held you up.
We were discussing faculty teas. But there is something else. Maybe I'd better get to this first.
Professor Lowry, I am on 4 of your committees already.
This is not another committee. We have a disciplinary hearing scheduled for 3 o'clock tomorrow.
I am not available for minor administrative matters.
Thomas Craig Anderson, a 1L on a charge of breaking and entering the dispensary. It's one of yours, I believe.
I'll make time for that.
Good. Professor Jarrett, will you serve?
Okay.
I'll find a 3rd faculty member somewhere else.
Of course you'll chair.
Certainly. In my classroom, if that's agreeable.
I need some information on procedures relating to disciplinary hearings.
It's 2 aisles down on your right. It's a loose seat.
Thanks.
Mr. Hart, I hope you're not here seeking me out. This is a scholarly retreat, you know, not a psychiatrist's waiting room.
I'll come back and do my research later.
Civil procedure. Outline the general structure of the federal court system. How many circuit courts are there in this country? Bell?
Including Washington, D.C.?
Anderson?
You didn't give me enough time, Ford.
Bell, Rosenzweig's practically as bad as Kingsfield. He doesn't give people time either. Where have you been?
How come you guys are meeting now?
We got an extra workload in procedure.
Why didn't I know about it?
Probably didn't go by your mailbox this afternoon. We got a special notice.
What? I'll be back in a minute.
Anderson.
Go on without me. Huh? What are you doing? We should be in there. We got a lot of work to do.
Kingsfield's gonna hear your case.
What? Kingsfield? How do you know that?
I was in the faculty reading room. I went to check out the book on disciplinary hearings. He was there with the book. That means he's on the pen.
You mean you didn't ask him?
When I saw him with the book, I started to shake. I mean, I'm still shaking. What's the matter with me? I'm cracking up. How can I deal with it?
Steady as she goes, all right? Just let me think about this for a minute, huh? Kingsfield. Come on. Where are you going?
We should have done this before.
But what before?
Pray!
Oh, wait a second. I've been trying to keep him out of this.
Come on.
All right.
Hey, we're in luck. There he is.
Hope this works.
Gentlemen.
Hi.
Hi.
Listen, Anderson got busted for what you did the other night. Now, he's been trying to keep you out of it. But I'm his counsel at a disciplinary meeting tomorrow.
Stop right there. No.
I'm in a jam. Now it's time for you to come forward. You ought to be taking responsibility for this whole thing, you know.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, you know exactly what he's talking about. He's talking about the dispensary with Fitch.
Fitch? Who's Fitch? The dispensary?
Wait a minute. You getting ready to tell me you don't remember breaking into the dispensary with Fitch?
Fitch? I don't remember a thing. And if I did, I wouldn't throw away 3 years of law school to come forward over something like this.
I'll have you summoned.
Look, I'm a 3L man. I know what I'm talking about. You don't have any witnesses. Don't summon me, mister, or I'll cut you into mincemeat at that hearing, and I mean that.
We'll see who cuts who.
Hey, don't make it worse. There's another way to deal with this.
I know how to deal with it.
But it's the wrong way.
He's a 3L. He's supposed to have some kind of ethics, isn't he?
Listen, you go back to the dorm and take a shower, study, eat, do anything. We'll go get Fitch. We'll get her to testify.
I'm coming.
No, I'm your counselor. You go back to the dorm. And whatever you do, don't go after prey. Fitch. James Hart. You were at a party in my room Friday night?
All right. Look, I mean, what did I do? It couldn't have been that bad, could it? Oh, it's okay. He's a friend.
All right. It's about Anderson, who brought you to the party. There's a problem.
Oh, I'm getting a weird feeling. Something wrong? I mean, he's not dead or anything, is he?
No, but...
No, I thought he was going to call me. And he wanted to make out with me in a dispensary. Oh, he was cute.
That wasn't Anderson. That was Sam Prey.
Oh, which one was Anderson?
He's the one who brought you to the party. Or maybe you brought him. You carried him?
Oh, right. He let this other guy steal me away from him. Now I remember.
Okay, Anderson got busted for breaking into the dispensary. He didn't do it. You and Sam Prey did it. He just followed you there because he wanted to get you back.
He did?
Yeah, and there's a hearing tomorrow, and he could get kicked out of law school. It could wreck his life.
Well, then get Sam Prey. He's the guy who did it, not me.
Yeah, but he's scared. He won't appear.
Me too.
But you haven't been charged with anything, and you won't be. You're completely in the clear.
Oh, look. I was busted once before for being stoned. I mean, we have to be medically licensed here. If they found out...
They won't. I'll take care of it.
I can't.
Well, what about a deposition? Would you be willing to put in writing what happened?
In writing? Suppose they found out here. Oh, look. I love law students and all that, but no.
Fitch, you've got to help him. I can't defend him without you.
Well, it looks like you're going to have to. I mean, you're the law student, not me. Goodbye.
You guys okay?
Are you okay? What's going on with Anderson?
Prey won't talk, and neither will Fitch. I haven't got a witness. I haven't got a case.
Then Prey is bad news. Smelled the minute I met him. But Fitch just didn't seem that bad.
No, I kind of liked her.
Yeah, well, I talked to her, and she didn't care.
Well, maybe you didn't approach her right.
Look, I was straight with her, and she was straight with me. She said no.
Maybe there's a better way.
Did you appeal to her sense of liberation?
I just talked to her.
Hey, come on, none of this was your fault.
But it's going to be. I mean, I'm responsible. I gotta tell you what the waiter is.
Logan, we're gonna have to do something about this, and I think I know what it is.
Hey, suppose something goes wrong. I could really get kicked out of here, couldn't I? Do you know what it would do to my family? Let alone me.
No way. Nothing's gonna happen.
My father is a great man, you know that? He never deviated one iota from that straight and narrow path of life. God, is he proud of it. Tried to make himself into a perfect person. He damn near made it. You know, I have 3 older brothers. You know what they learned from that? You know what they taught me? That you can't be like them, so there's no use trying. You gotta live your life the way you want to. You gotta have fun. You gotta win at everything you do. Break the rules if you have to. But never get caught, no matter what you do. Look what I did. I got caught doing something I didn't even do. I gotta face this thing tomorrow. And it scares the hell out of me.
You feel okay?
Huh? Yeah, sure. How about you?
No, I'm a little shaky.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
It's okay. I know what to do.
Sure hope so.
This is our hearing in the matter of the University Law School versus Thomas Craig Anderson. Let the record show the defendant is present and represented by counsel James Hart. Hearing the matter, Professor Charles Kingsfield, Jr. presiding, and Professors Geraldine Sutton replacing Professor Jarrett and Daniel Michaels. Now, in this proceeding, we are to ascertain whether there are grounds to believe that Mr. Anderson may have broken into the dispensary. If it's shown that such grounds exist, the formal hearing will be held. Mr. Hart, will you begin, please?
Professor Kingsfield, Professor Sutton, Professor Michelson, Mr. Anderson is innocent of all charges. The arrest was an error and improper.
Mr. Hart, will you kindly state the facts before you indulge in speculation?
I just want to make my position clear from the outset. It is not a matter of establishing a degree of guilt. Mr. Anderson is completely innocent of all charges.
There are no charges, Mr. Hart.
My only witness is Mr. Foley, the guard on duty that night. I had 2 other witnesses, but they refused to appear.
May I ask why?
Well, one isn't a student, sir. And the other, a 3L, said he'd destroy me at this hearing.
And you accepted that?
Well, I felt that my client would be in a better position without a hostile witness.
A hostile 3L can be dealt with, Mr. Hart.
I will show the panel what I know to have happened that night.
Mr. Hart, you are not a witness here.
Hart. Get to Foley.
Mr. Foley, would you please tell us what happened, what you saw Friday night at around 1 o'clock in the morning?
I'm a night watchman. And at 1:50 that night, I saw a couple arm in arm, staggering somewhat, very happy, you might say, heading in the direction of the dispensary.
Did they see you?
I'm not sure.
Go on.
The young man was wearing blue jeans, yellow shirt open at the neck.
Here are a set of 6 written statements from students who attended a party earlier that evening.
You'll notice the descriptions of the clothing are identical. The couple Mr. Foley saw, a Miss Fitch and a Mr. Prey, also attended the party. Will you go on, Mr. Foley?
Well, I continued making my rounds, and 5 minutes later, in Powell Hall, I heard glass breaking. So I hurried back there, and I saw this girl run out the side entrance. By that time, the campus police were on their way.
Miss Fitch arrived at our party with Mr. Anderson. She departed with Mr. Prey. Mr. Anderson followed in order to retrieve her. Now, with this map, I'm going to prove that Mr. Anderson is innocent.
The facts, Mr. Hart, not speculation. There was a spot of blood on the dispensary floor, type A blood. Whose blood was it? There was a substantial quantity of drugs in the broken cabinet, but none taken. So the motive for the break-in is not theft. And these are facts, Mr. Hart, facts available to you as to us.
The facts, sir? I don't know what else to say.
Go on, Mr. Hart.
Members of the panel, maybe I didn't prove Mr. Anderson is innocent. Maybe I can't prove it, but Mr. Anderson is innocent, and now all I have to rely on is the basic doctrine of mitigation of damages as taught us by Professor Kingsfield.
We are waiting, Mr. Hart.
You taught us that the basic principles of law can be relevant to all human activity. If a party breaches a contract, the other party is obligated to mitigate the damages. Just because I've injured you doesn't give you the right to everything I've got. If it's in your power to minimize the damages and you don't do it, I can sue you. Why is it important to minimize the damages? Because society as a whole benefits when less damage is done. Consider Mr. Anderson here. Now, you may feel I haven't proved his innocence, but are you going to deprive him of a career, of a way of life, of everything he's ever hoped for as penalty for a minor infraction which in fact he never even committed? Do you see that as a benefit to society, Dr. Kingsfield?
Mr. Hart, your enthusiasm is interesting, poetic, and utterly inappropriate.
This is it. It's the hearing. What are we doing?
Fitch.
Oh, no. Don't push me. I'll be okay.
You're the young lady involved in the incident in the dispensary.
Yes, sir. But, I don't want to incriminate myself.
Nobody can force you to talk, Miss Fitch. But perhaps you would give us the reason.
But I'm trying to get my license as a dental technician. I was drunk once before, so I'm on probation now. It's my life, too.
Quite right, Miss Fitch. Lives are a serious matter. Mr. Anderson's life is a serious matter, but no more serious than yours. However, the law works for those who tell the truth. It's an instrument of justice and a means of evaluating with great accuracy and beauty the truth and meaning of human interactions. I see you are nodding, but I do not see signs of total consciousness. We can wait.
Fitch, have a seat.
I think I understand.
And you do feel capable of conducting an intelligent conversation?
You are everything they say, Professor Kingsfield.
I hope not. Now, please say what you have to say about this young man, and then we'll address ourselves to your problem.
Well, he didn't do it. No, I was with a third-year student, Sam Prey. All we were doing was having a little fun. We were at this party that they were giving because of you. That was the party you had because of all the work he gave, right? Well, then it was his fault, wasn't it?
That is one interpretation. Miss Fitch, I believe you've spoken the truth, and to prove it, I'm about to write a letter to your dental college commending you for your appearance, for your very helpful behavior in a most delicate matter.
Oh, I take it back. You know what I said about it being your fault?
Nothing can be taken back, Miss Fitch. Everything is on the record. Always.
What happened?
Jeannie and Logan came to the rescue. They changed Fitch's mind.
I changed my own mind. I got him off.
Mr. Hart?
Yes, sir?
Your presentation of your case was over-dramatic. Your introduction of Fitch in that manner was showmanship, not the practice of law. However, it was effective.
Sir, I didn't even know.
Mr. Hart, you are either very brilliant or very lucky.
I'm lucky, sir.
First years are hard years, much more than we know. With good friends to love us, we'll feel every blow. Stay open to all things, and one day we'll all say, hey, look, we've come through the first years.
Mr. Hart, I am unalterably opposed to University Law Assistance Program.
I knew I was right to ask for students.
We're going to do some good. I know it, Hart.
It doesn't make any sense.
Because the truth is you're just like all the others. You've made up your middle-class mind. Eric Ryerson's an activist, therefore he's guilty. Well, get off the case, Hart, and I'll defend him myself.
Give me glasses. No! Sanchez, you're lying.
The study of law is something new and unfamiliar to most of you, unlike any other schooling that you have ever known before.
First years are hard years, much more than we know. With good friends to love us, we'll feel every blow. Stay open to all things, unknown and new. And one day we'll all say, hey, look, we've come through. Hey, look, we've come through. And one day we'll all say, hey, look, we've come through the first years.
You teach yourselves the law, but I train your minds. You come in here with a skull full of mush, and if you survive, you leave thinking like a lawyer.
Tomorrow we'll get into more detail about the rules of evidence, how it reaches you, whether it comes from friends of the defendant, or you develop it on your own, or it's developed by the police. Okay, that's it. Oh, wait a minute. I would like those who signed up for the prison assistance program to stay for a few minutes, please. And come down here. Okay, gather around. Tomorrow, this group goes to Chester Prison by bus. Because it's 40 miles away, you have to allow yourself at least half a day, sometimes even a full day, each time you visit your, quote, client, unquote. I use that word with reservations because, and again, I cannot stress too strongly the fact that you have no legal status. Technically, you're assisting an attorney, in this case, a Mr. Clement Corcoran, who, like you, is a volunteer, but unlike you, is a seasoned attorney. You'll be assigned to prisoners who have the right to approve of you or reject you, and you will represent them before prisoner disciplinary boards or parole boards, not in court. Okay. Don't get too ambitious. And don't be smug. These prisoners don't need any favors. All you're doing is you're helping them to secure their own constitutional rights, and they know that. Oh, we have to meet here again tomorrow morning at 8:30 for pictures and fingerprints for the ID cards. You have a question.
Yes, I've been wanting to ask you this for weeks, but I was too embarrassed. Is this going to be dangerous?
There's always danger in prison. Look, the best thing I can tell you is that we have helped a lot of lost souls in this program, and we haven't had anything untoward happen in 40 years.
Do we know who we're going to represent?
I have a list of those who want to look you over and might be interested. George Demarest, convicted of rape. J.X. Hayes, armed robbery. Tulio Romano, arson and murder. Luis Sanchez, auto theft. Eric Ryerson, assault with a deadly weapon.
Eric Ryerson? The political activist?
That's the one.
I thought he was being represented by an ACLU attorney.
He fired him last week. Any other questions?
It's really a great class. I find it very inspiring. It makes it really tough, though, to schedule in all my homework.
Yeah.
And there's a prison thing which is really exciting. I'll give you that number right now.
Yeah, give it to me, because I really do need it.
Hart? Hey, Hart, wait up!
Look, I'm sorry, I gotta go. Okay, I'll see you in a minute. Oh, Hart, you've got to get into this.
What are you talking about?
Eric Ryerson is in Chester Prison. I got Rolf to assign me to him. Well, don't you read the underground papers?
I've been so busy I haven't had time to read the overground paper.
Now, you know who he is.
But I don't have time to get involved in that prison program.
Oh, Hart, please. Eric Ryerson is really important. And I think we could work together on this, as a team. We have twice as much of a chance this way. Hart, I think he was framed. I think he's been locked away for political reasons. It's repression. I just want an opportunity to make the law work for him, not against him.
How can I?
But isn't it what you need? You're from the Midwest. You said you'd never met a political activist before, and he's from the city. He stands for commitment, and he's really on the barricades.
Are you trying to tell me you're doing this for me?
No, I'm doing it for me. And I need help. And I might even need a witness if the authorities try to misuse me. I'm political too, Hart. Suppose I get into trouble.
Either you're a genuine nut, or someday you're going to be one of the most persuasive attorneys in the country.
A meeting of the minds. Without it, we say there can be no contract. But is that so? Is that what we really believe today about this most crucial legal phrase? Mr. Klein, Mr. Hart, Mr. Peterson, Mr. Coriel, Mr. Brightwood, Miss Logan, Miss Mallison. Is this an insurrection? Is this the beginning of an organized resistance to this class? Would one of you be good enough to give me an explanation?
Sir, we were delayed because of another class.
I see. Criminal law.
Yes, sir.
The University Law Assistance Program.
Yes, sir.
sit down. Mr. Hart, I am unalterably opposed to the University Law Assistance Program.
But, sir...
I am speaking to Mr. Hart.
Sir, there are other classes besides contract law.
University Law Assistance Program is voluntary, Mr. Hart, and an indulgence and an invitation to catastrophe. I am opposed to clinical activity on the part of first-year students, first, on the grounds of incompetence, and second, because it takes your time away from essential studies, including contract law.
But, sir, it seems to me that we have to...
Will you cease to babble, Miss Logan? There are still some members of this class who wish to learn, and whom I desire to teach.
All right, stay together. And remember, when we get inside, it's up to the prisoners.
All right, follow me.
Mr. Corcoran, what if the prisoner, the client, won't accept me as his counsel?
Someone else might, or you have to go home. You're a first-year law student. You must be used to rejection. Come in, please. Okay, bring him in. Sit down, make yourselves comfortable.
Romano Tullio, 52914.
Mr. Romano, this is, Adele Mallison. She's volunteered to act for you.
Hello, Mr. Romano.
Hey, kid, how old are you? 21, 22? You know, I got a granddaughter 50 miles from here, same age. I used to change her diapers. Wouldn't even let her visit me in here. I'm sorry, kid. I stand up in front of the parole board with you, I couldn't keep a straight face. Let's go.
Mr. Corcoran.
That's his privilege, Mallison. I'll put you back on the list.
Hey, Tullio, get yourself a hot lawyer? Are you kidding?
You'll find a room to work in down the hall. Good luck.
Louis Sanchez, the last one today.
Mr. Sanchez, I'm Raleigh Peterson.
What about Eric Ryerson?
Ryerson, he's in solitary.
Can I wait outside in reception, please?
But he's our client. You can't bar a man from speaking with his attorney.
You're not an attorney, ma'am. The rules say no visitors in solitary. Sorry, Mr. Corcoran.
He's right, you know.
But doesn't Ryerson have a disciplinary board hearing in a few days? Maybe he wants to talk with us.
We're here on sufferance, Miss Logan. The prison administration makes the rules. They have that right.
And I have the right to protest, which I'm doing. I'm making a verbal protest now.
Mr. Corcoran?
Miss Logan, the prison has regulations. We don't just barge in and...
Mr. Corcoran, is there any reason why we can't speak to the warden?
111.
111, please. Oh, Warden Martin, sir, this is James Hart from the ULAP program. I have a client that I'm unable to see because he's in solitary. But it's not as if this man can see his attorney anytime he wants. We're law students. We can only come at certain times. If he's unavailable to us at those times, then he's being deprived of his constitutional rights. Thank you, sir.
What did he say?
He said he'd see what he could do.
Oh, that's fabulous.
I want to do what I can to get you out of here now. How long have you been here? How'd you get that on your arm? Don't you understand? I'm your lawyer. Mr. Corcoran, this man won't answer me.
Probably because he doesn't understand English. Right, Sanchez? No English.
See? No English? Well, how can I work on his case?
Maybe I can translate.
Estamos aquí para ayudarle, señor Sánchez. Si podemos servirle, quizás nos pueda explicar su caso.
¿Es disciplinario o libertad bajo palabra?
No tengo nada que decirles. Me gustaría regresar a mi celda.
What's he say, Hart?
He doesn't want to talk to us. Pero usted entiende que estamos aquí como abogados para ayudarle.
No quiero abogados, quiero que me dejen en paz.
Está bien. He wants to go back, that's all.
Doesn't want representation.
That's Spanish. That can be useful.
Yeah, it gives me an edge. I can get rejected in 2 languages.
Is Ryerson in solitary confinement for something we should know about?
There was a stabbing, Sanchez, the one with the bandage.
And they think Ryerson did it?
They don't admit to that. They say that he's uncooperative.
Uncooperative? What exactly does that mean?
Anything from bad breath to complete psychosis.
He's being repressed because he's political dynamite, right?
Yes, sir. Ryerson's being allowed out to confer with his attorney.
Attorneys.
Watch the terminology. You're only assisting.
Here's Ryerson.
Hi, I'm Eric Ryerson.
Elizabeth Logan. Hello.
James Hart.
Yeah, please excuse the way I look. They just pulled me out of the hole. I didn't want to take the time to shave. I think I made a mistake. Maybe I should have.
Well, if it really means that much to you, we'll wait.
Didn't I tell you? They scheduled my hearing in 2 hours.
What do you mean?
Yeah, don't react like that. Things get pretty rough in a place like this. It's not just solitary confinement. Sometimes they throw in a little cleverly worked out torture. It's all part of the plot. They got me in here on a trumped up charge, and here we go again. And it's going to be that way as long as someone stands up for individual rights. Sorry, but that's the way it goes.
Oh, no, it doesn't. It doesn't have to go that way at all.
Instead of that, what about this? What about the possibility of making an administrative appeal to the Bureau of Prisons directly, perhaps under Title I?
Mr. Ryerson, where did you study law?
In here. 4 years. I figured either I use the time or I waste it. Now, that's one reason the administration doesn't like me very much. I keep changing on them, and change means irritation. It's no secret I organized some of the prisoners. You made more demands. Better books, classes, improved the inmate newspaper.
And you're a troublemaker.
Well, agitator might be a better word, but I've gotten publicity, and that's what upsets them.
You know, you were right.
How so?
Well, it's like everything is swirling around you, and you somehow manage to remain calm.
He's committed.
Which one of you is Logan?
I am.
Well, I'm Captain Olson. Now, what the hell is this? First, somebody named Hart calls up and demands to meet Ryerson. Now you ask for a postponement of his hearing.
That's right, Captain. You're violating his civil rights.
Who are you, Hart?
Yes, sir. Captain, we know we're just law students. We may be out of our depth, and we don't want to cause any trouble. But how can we work on a case in less than 2 hours?
That's your headache.
That's true, Captain. But we don't want to sound like idiots trying to explain to the law faculty how we failed right at the beginning of this case. It's not fair, Captain. You've got to admit that.
All right. 2 days. I'll reschedule the hearing for Thursday.
Thank you.
Won't make much difference anyhow.
I knew I was right to ask for students.
Okay, we've got 2 days now. We've got to use them.
Just tell me what I have to do.
Us tell you?
Absolutely, you're in charge. But first, thank you. Thank you both.
We're going to do some good. I know it, Hart. I know it.
I know what Professor Kingsfield has said. I've heard it time and time again. I even heard it from 6 other students. I'm sorry.
He's really pressuring us, sir.
I know that, and each year I try to do something about it. I want to get into something really very important here before we get finished today. The prime obligation of the criminal attorney to his client. Hart.
Isn't it to get to the truth, sir?
Logan.
To be an advocate, to fight for the client.
Then what happens to the truth?
It comes out in the conflict between the prosecution and the defense.
What if it doesn't?
Well, as an attorney, I have to act for the client, not the abstraction.
But what if your client's guilty and you have the evidence? Then do you suppress it?
Yes, you have to.
Suppose you're the DA now and the police have set up some phony evidence.
That's different. Then I would expose the whole thing.
Why is that different?
It's different. There's a difference between a prosecutor and a defense attorney. One has the duty to reveal, the other not to reveal. Of course, if it's a question of troubled conscience, the defense attorney has the right to withdraw.
Okay, I'm going to check on the other students, see how they're coming along. Call communications if you need me. They'll know where I am.
See? Harkins versus Tennessee. I think it's applicable.
You're right. I think it could be. You ought to go to law school. Oh, okay, it was dumb.
No, it was nice. I'm flattered. We've got a good thing going here. I know you're not supposed to get in over your heads, but I'd like to try a few things at that hearing.
Eric will do whatever you want.
We can't commit to anything like that.
Hart, he's talking about making an issue out of what already happened. Now, why can't we set it up so that all arbitrary punishment has to be approved first?
Terrific. I wouldn't want to hurt this program.
Hurt it? Hart, this is a fundamental human rights issue.
I'd better ask Corcoran.
Who wants to talk to Corcoran privately? It's okay. It'll give me a chance to talk to you privately.
Watch her.
Hart, that's insulting.
He cares about you. He's right. You're not afraid of being alone with a man who's been convicted of assault?
No. You're not that man anymore.
That's right. That fight in the yard when Sanchez got stabbed, now, well, that happened during a political discussion about prison conditions.
Why would a prisoner get stabbed over that?
I don't know.
You're so yard smart and you don't know? Eric, are you trying to protect someone?
Yes.
Okay. I won't ask you that.
You're going to make one fabulous civil rights attorney someday.
Thanks, but I'm not so sure that's what I want to be.
What do you want to be?
Do we have to? You have your secrets, I have mine.
Come on, come on. Where'd you get your convictions?
I had a father who was a theorist. He studied political ideas. I think he saw something in each of them.
That would make any child an anarchist.
You're very intuitive. What about Sanchez?
Sanchez is too scared to tell the truth, but I think there's a way to get to him.
What's that?
Hart.
Riker owned a racehorse, and he agreed to sell it to his neighbor, Wilson, for a reasonable sum. Wilson accepted, and when Riker was out of town, took possession of the horse. Riker returned, said he'd only been joking, and demanded the horse back. Wilson refused, and they went to court.
The finding of the court, Miss
Logan.
Miss Logan, if you persist in being late, the least you could do is have the courtesy not to disturb the rest of the class. And take your seat in the back.
I would prefer not to sit in the back, sir.
Miss Logan, I am trying to keep some semblance of order in this classroom. As I recall, I informed you earlier on that if your activities outside this class proved disruptive, they would not be tolerated.
Professor Kingsfield, you're referring to the Prisoner Assistance Program, and I'm proud of my legal work there. You keep us involved with theories.
Theories, Miss Logan, of which you are still woefully ignorant. Theories which, though you so blithely dismiss them, have evolved from generations of human interactions. To attempt to apply them without experience can be both murderous and suicidal. Without the knowledge of what is right, you are unable to deal with what is wrong. So, please take your seat in the rear, since I strongly suspect that I shall not be calling upon you in the near future.
Hello.
Ryerson, on your feet. Hold out your arms.
You're just trying to humiliate me in front of her.
Take it easy, Ryerson. We've done it 1,000,000 times before. All right, miss.
I came as quickly as I could.
Everybody else is at work. They said we'd have to meet in here until they get the conference room redone. Somebody tried to break out of there.
You think he's going to be dangerous with his own attorney?
We can't take any chances, ma'am.
Well, I'm afraid you'll have to. I was told I have the right to complete confidentiality since I'm acting as his attorney.
Okay.
Sanchez will talk to Hart. He'll clear me. He won't say who stabbed him, but he will say I didn't.
Well, that's wonderful news.
There is more. It's not easy to say.
Well, what is it?
How I'm starting to feel.
Eric, please,
Look, Liz. My future is in your hands. I mean, is it wrong to begin to feel something?
No, it's not wrong. Inconvenient.
Liz, you're more than someone I just trust. I admire you.
You admire me?
And then there's that other little thing. You really are quite beautiful.
It just seems like more than what it is because it's impossible.
Is it?
Liz, how can you be so sure?
It just reads like a frame-up. They want him against the wall.
Are you getting emotionally involved with him?
I care about what happens to him.
It's not exactly what I mean.
We're good friends, Hart. I just think my emotional attitudes are my own business.
Well, I just don't want anything to go wrong. I don't want to make any mistakes. It hurts everyone involved.
Hey, strangers, what's going on?
Hey, how about
How you
filling us
doing?
in on what's been going on? We miss you guys. Don't you take time off to get bogged down with studying anymore, huh?
Mr. Corcoran's looking for you. He asked me to give you this.
Thanks. Sanchez wants to talk to me.
Oh, that's fabulous.
When's the bus?
Right now.
Well, come on, let's go. Bye, see you later.
Take care.
Who's Sanchez?
Oh, he's this guy in the prison.
Boy, I wish I was on that case. Sounds like almost more fun than property.
¿El brazo? ¿Te duele?
No, no me duele. Pero híjole, cómo me da comezón.
Vamos a agarrar al marrano que te hizo esto, ¿oíste?
No estés hablando tonterías, que no estamos en la calle.
Lo podemos agarrar si decimos la verdad.
Mr. Sanchez? Hi, I'm James Hart with the Law Assistance Program.
I speak small English. Raul Sanchez, his brother.
Hi. I'm acting for Eric Ryerson in a hearing on who stabbed your brother.
Yes?
Well, I was told I could get more details on what happened. Señor Sanchez, ¿me puede decir quién fue?
No sé quién me navajeó, pero no fue Ryerson.
Why didn't you say so before?
Because he only trusts me. And now you.
And you were right. Hart says Sanchez will testify you didn't stab him.
I thought if Hart talked to him in Spanish, it would work.
You're going to look very good at the hearing. You accepted solitary without causing any trouble. You've been a model prisoner.
Trying to fight the system effectively is hard work.
Even for you.
Even for me. But less so now. Turn around. Let me see that outfit.
Are you kidding?
No.
All right. Nobody would believe this.
Back's just as pretty as the front.
Well, thanks.
Maybe it's you.
I've got to prepare my argument. I'll see you tomorrow.
I'll bake a cake.
And if you do, you'll eat it. Okay. Now, we've proven that Ryerson didn't stab Sanchez. Okay. Gentlemen of the board, we demand... No, it's too strong. We hope that you will strike Mr. Ryerson's solitary confinement from his record and deduct double those days from his sentence.
It's impressive. But it's weighted.
Weighted? Well, isn't it supposed to be?
Not if it's weighted more with feeling than with logic. Sanchez said Ryerson didn't do it. But he didn't say who did. That worries me. Got to have an explanation for that.
But if we don't have an explanation, we have to go in there anyway.
I'd rather postpone.
Hard. That man's walking the plank. We've got to stop this before they put him back in solitary.
Hey, listen, can you work the dinner hour Sunday?
If you really need me to.
I really need you. Why would I ask you if I didn't need you?
Because I made the mistake of saying I was a little strapped.
You're right. I thought you could use the extra bucks.
Thanks, Ernie. I'm too far behind in my classwork.
I suppose they're keeping your hands full to Hooskow, too, huh?
You said it.
Hey, what case you working on?
Well, that's supposed to stay confidential.
Big deal, huh?
Hart, I've been looking everywhere for Logan. Is she here?
She's right over there, sir. What's the trouble?
Logan?
What's this?
Contraband, which you smuggled out of the prison.
Huh? Smuggled out of the prison? What are you talking
That's the
about?
facts. The piece was written by Eric Ryerson in specific details about his case, about his solitary confinement, his ill treatment, his repression politically. And it had to be written within the last day or so. You're the only one who spent time alone with Ryerson and could have smuggled it out.
I didn't smuggle anything anywhere. You must be making this accusation because you're biased. You must be working for the prison administration.
Miss Logan, that's a very serious accusation.
I realize that. And if you try to force me off this case, I'll repeat it everywhere.
You're acting as an attorney for a client. I can't take you off the case. But I must warn you, you've been used. Believe that. Please. Both of you.
Sure.
Remember, the issue is not Eric Ryerson's political beliefs. The only issue is whether or not he was put into solitary unjustly.
Well, he's wrong. It is Eric Ryerson's political beliefs, and that's why they're out to get him. Oh. And he writes so beautifully.
It is really nice.
All proper human relationships flow with need, are nourished with respect, and backboned with politics. A mother giving initial milk to her baby gives it with love and respect, or irritation and resentment. These are political attitudes, positions, relevancies from the day we're born. We're the product of others, and they're just trying to destroy him.
Come on, take it easy, huh?
I'm all right.
How come you crying?
I don't know. I guess it's just such a hard fight.
Not falling in love with this guy, are you?
No. Of course not.
You sure?
No.
What if she is? Not such a bad thing. Hey, come on. You go ahead and feel anything you want to feel.
I'd walk you back to the dorm. You'd use some sleep.
Yeah. My own law school accusing me of smuggling. Can you believe that? Well, what if I did smuggle it? Would that be so bad? I'm not tired. And what did I do that was so terrible? Get involved with someone incredible and let myself feel attracted to him? And what was it that he did that's so awful? Try to be someone or achieve something?
Liz, that's not the issue. You're getting carried away. A minute ago, you were trying to justify smuggling. I know how you feel. But you told me you were here to learn the law so that you could work within the system.
I did say that. And at the time, I meant it.
But you don't mean it now?
I meant it, but when Rolf accused me of smuggling, he made me feel as though I should have done it.
Come on, get some sleep.
Thanks, Hart.
Mr. Hart?
Raul Sanchez, what are you doing here?
Listen, what I'm about to tell you is like between lawyer and client, okay?
Confidential, all right.
Okay. My brother Luis, he's scared to talk.
But I was there. He didn't seem scared. Oh, the prison authorities won't do anything to him.
Not of them, of Ryerson. It's Ryerson who knifed him.
But why?
I don't know. That's why I'm telling you this. I mean, maybe you can find something out. There is no reason. It just doesn't make any sense.
It's a lie.
Why should he lie?
Don't you see? Sanchez is thinking for the prison. Eric Ryerson told us that Sanchez would clear him, and he started to. And now he's turned state's evidence. Now, what does that sound like to you?
Got to get politics out of this. What we're supposed to be dealing with is a solitary confinement issue.
We're taking the position our client wants us to take, and that is that he did not stab Sanchez.
But why did Sanchez's brother come 40 miles to say what he just said? Because Sanchez is afraid to open up.
Can't you see through that? The prison found out about the I don't know who stabbed him story and got to the brother. There's a payoff behind this. Can't you smell it?
No, I can't. Too much of a reach. I just don't buy it. It doesn't make any sense.
Well, the truth is, you're just like all the others. You've made up your middle-class mind. Eric Reisner's an activist, therefore he's guilty. Well, get off the case, Hart, and I'll defend it myself.
What?
I'll handle it alone, Hart. Eric, you made a fool of me. You took advantage of a 100% commitment I made to you and used it without any regard for what I'm trying to do here. Right?
Wrong.
I don't believe you. The selfishness. I'm furious.
Liz, will you...
I want change too, Eric, but I'm willing to work for it within the law.
Listen to me.
All right. I'm going to tell you the truth, even though I don't have to. I could get away with lying very easily. And you would never know, no matter what you suspect. Yes, I did smuggle that out. I put it in your briefcase. I had a friend of mine on the outside follow you. He tried to get it out of your briefcase on the bus, and he failed. And he tried later to get it out of your briefcase at the hot dog stand, and he failed again. And then later, he got it out of your room.
My room? You violated my privacy?
If I had asked you, you might have said no.
Now, I have to work this way. I have to smuggle things out of here every chance I get.
Now, how do you contact this friend of yours on the outside?
Another prisoner.
He tells a friend he can trust, and he phones my friend. In this case, with information about you. Please. Please don't be angry.
You've got me in a lot of trouble, Eric.
I thought about it a long time before I did it. It was calculated. I want you to know the truth.
All right. Did you or did you not stab Sanchez?
No, I didn't. I had no reason to.
Okay. I had to ask you. I didn't before, but you made me suspicious.
Did you get the list of inmates who'll testify for me?
Yeah.
Then we'll be fine. Believe me, Sanchez won't dare try that story on the stand.
What was that?
Prison routine is lubricated with deals. You push a little, pull a little, and we have some privacy. I'm sorry. I was stupid. Being in prison makes a man do stupid things.
First thing we have to do is to get you out of this mess. And that's our first priority.
Yeah, of course. What about Hart? Where is he?
I don't know. Don't worry about Hart. Where's that list of witnesses? Here, let's go over that. And I know this hearing is supposed to relate only to Mr. Ryerson's confinement in solitary, but I contend that it's more. It's an attempt to implicate him in a stabbing, which I will prove he had no part in, and his confinement in solitary was because he was considered an activist, a troublemaker.
Now, Miss Logan, we don't want a political speech.
Mr. Ryerson's political beliefs have been made a part of this hearing by the prison establishment. I have statements here labeling him troublemaker, radical.
Miss Logan, all we want you to do is bring out all the new facts bearing upon his solitary confinement.
Very well. I have 4 witnesses who are willing...
You're Mr. Hart? Yes, sir. I apologize for being late. May I confer with Miss Logan a moment?
Quickly, please.
Hart, you're off this case. You're not supposed to be here.
Sanchez asked me to translate.
So do it.
Thank you, sir. As I told you, I am here only at Mr. Sanchez's request to translate, not as Mr. Ryerson's representative.
Mr. Sanchez?
I have this original statement here. What he said then was he couldn't identify the man who stabbed him. Now, was that translated to us properly?
Mr. Sanchez has asked me to say that his first statement was translated correctly, but he's changing it. Luis, who stabbed you? ¿Quién te hirió?
Ryerson.
That's a lie.
See, Ryerson, él...
Hart, I'm being railroaded because I do things, because I bring the cons together.
Ryerson, sit down.
It was a political discussion. Somebody pulled a knife, that's all.
Ask him why Ryerson knifed him.
Is there a reason Ryerson stabbed you? ¿Conoce la razón por la cual te hirió?
Por los lentes del sol. Él quería los lentes del sol. El sol estaba en sus ojos.
Ryerson knifed him over a pair of sunglasses. What? Sunglasses? The sun was getting in his eyes.
Sí, sus ojos, el sol.
He's crazy. The man is crazy.
Él estaba enojado conmigo porque se me cayó una comida sobre él. Diles lo que te dije.
Ryerson was angry because Sanchez spilled some food on him. He insisted Sanchez owed him for that. He demanded the sunglasses. Sanchez didn't understand, and Ryerson knifed him.
No!
He also said Ryerson has half the prison population terrified.
Hart!
Él dijo que me iba a matar.
Said he was going to kill me.
Alguien tiene que hablar contra él.
Somebody has to speak against him.
Pero si lo cambian de esta prisión, entonces todos les dicen la verdad.
But if you were to remove Ryerson from this prison, everybody would tell you the truth.
Sanchez, you're lying.
It's truth. You know, give me glasses. No, está loco.
I should have gutted you.
Oh, Eric. Oh.
right, Arthur. Hold it. Hold it. I have 4 witnesses who are ready to testify that I'm absolutely innocent. Sanchez is one of them. He'll tell you I'm innocent. Right, Sanchez? Hey, amigo. Yeah. I got a lot of friends here. Everybody trusts me, likes me. Isn't that right? Hmm? Here you go. Huh? Hey, amigo. Huh? Yeah, I got lots of friends. I'm gonna get this place organized.
And now let us return to that much abused phrase, a meeting of the minds.
I didn't hear anything about a word.
Is such a meeting possible, Mr. Anderson? What are the prerequisites for a meeting of the minds?
Well, first of all, a couple of minds. Secondly, agreement.
Wrong. Disagreement. Disagreement, Mr. Anderson. There is a meeting of the minds only across the gulf of need, the chasm of differences. Do you agree, Mr. Bell?
Oh, Mr. Anderson and I must have a perfect meeting of the minds. I never agree with anything he says.
Thank you very much, Mr. Bell. Now, I would like someone, preferably somebody with a very brilliant mind, to pursue this discussion. Anyone? Miss Logan. You are Miss Logan, are you not?
Yes, sir. I'm Miss Logan.
See, we have a partial meeting of the minds already. May I ask why you are sitting on the back bench today?
You banished me, Professor Kingsfield.
So I did.
But this seat is fine, and I'd prefer just to stay here.
I prefer you to sit in your usual place.
Yes, sir.
Now, Miss Logan, do you agree with what has been said? What difficulties do you see in the way of achieving a meeting of the minds?
I think it mainly has to do with communication.
Quite right. Human relationships are a highly unreliable means of communication.
I agree. I would also say that there are certain instances when the parties appear to be communicating, but in fact achieve no communication whatsoever. And when this happens, one of the parties is liable to get hurt.
Precisely, Miss Logan. And that is why most of the best contracts are made between those who have the most differences. A contract is a bridge between differences. My contract with you, and I hope yours with me, can include and honor those differences.
That's a beautiful concept.
The trick is to make it a reality.
Well, I hope you're right, Professor.
Am I not always right, Miss Logan?
The first years are hard years, much more than we know. With good friends to love us, we'll build every road. Stay open to all things, and one day we'll all say, hey, look, we've come through the first years.
I mean, if you think I'm associated with something illegal and you can't live with that, okay, I'm not saying you're wrong.
Are you saying you want to quit the group?
You have a contract with us.
I just got this awful feeling that you think we're okay now, but that you don't want to say what it's going to be like in 24 hours.
I'll tell you what it's going to be like in 24 hours.
Stretch our imagination. Show us that one day you will be a lawyer now that you're on your feet. Would you shut up a minute, please? The study of law is something new and unfamiliar to most of you, unlike any other schooling that you have ever known before.
First years are hard years, much more than we know. With good friends to love us, we'll feel every blow. Stay open to all things, unknown and new. And one day we'll all say, hey, look, we've come through. Hey, look, we've come through. And one day we'll all say, hey, look, we've come through the first years.
You teach yourselves the law, but I train your minds. You come in here with a skull full of mush, and if you survive, you leave thinking like a lawyer.
Shall we? Come on, you promised.
It's dawn.
The best time.
You sure this is gonna work?
Would I get you up at the crack of dawn on a wild manhole chase? Turn down that alley. No, it's okay. I got it.
Oh.
No, it's okay.
Me? Oh, watch your step. It's a tricky ladder. I can't believe we're doing this.
Next time, don't bet me.
Here we are. The red set.
Look at them. Colley, Elliot, Winthrop.
Everything written by every professor that ever taught here. Everything. Books. Notes.
Vandermeer, Rashaw,
Their laundry lists.
Kingsfield, right there.
I don't believe this. These are his contract notes from when he studied here. Do you realize what this is? This is the unbroken chain. The ageless passing of wisdom.
They're just notes. They're just like ours.
Locked away, private, hallowed, and legible. Legible? How did they do it?
Wait a minute. Mistaken assumptions. That's exactly what we're studying.
I'm sorry I have made a mistake. We say that daily. Mistake is a common word with a very specific meaning in contract law. Mr.
Gagarian?
Well, simply put, sir, a mistake is a misunderstanding of the facts.
Less simply, Miss Logan.
It's a misunderstanding. A party offering to enter into a contract is considered to have made a mistake if it is clear he wouldn't have if he had known the facts.
An example, Mr. Anderson.
My pocket calculator needs new batteries. So I offer to sell my house to Mr. Bell for $5,000 instead of $50,000. That's a mistake, which Mr. Bell cannot take advantage of.
Another example, Miss Birch.
A mistake made by an intermediary. The telegraph company accidentally changes the price quoted by Anderson. Bell may not agree to that price since the mistake is so flagrantly obvious. $5,000 instead of $50,000.
Very good. Another example, Mr. Turley.
However, I'm not finished, sir. Some courts have held that Anderson would be obliged to sell his home for $5,000, since in effect he hired the telegraph company as his agent.
I never liked the house anyway.
If Bell accepted, relied on the contract, got in trouble and sued, one might assume the telegraph company would be held liable, since it made the mistake. Not so. It has probably retained a highly noted contract specialist, someone like you, Professor, to make sure it's covered for that kind of mistake.
Exactly. It would seem, Miss Birch, that the telegraph company could save itself an enormous fee by firing me and hiring you. Now, a brief announcement. To work on the footnotes for an article on the Uniform Commercial Code, I shall require the services of a research assistant for approximately 30 days. I shall select one of you shortly. Forewarned is forearmed.
How did you know that Kingsfield consulted for a telegraph company?
If you were a telegraph company and needed a consultant, who would you hire? Bell?
I'm not available. Thanks anyway. Where'd you get all that material?
The library?
Oh, no way. I know that catalog.
I guess you just didn't dig deep enough.
Like the basement?
Listen, we broke in at 5:30 this morning.
Sometimes you just have to take the law in your own hands.
Jim, I'm gonna be late. I've got to run. Just something I have to do.
Okay.
I'll see you a little bit later. Stick around.
Well, where would I be going?
Just want to make sure you're not.
That's some girl. Girlfriend of yours.
Some girl is right.
Seems like a terrific girl.
She is a terrific girl.
So it happened kind of fast, huh?
Guess when it happens, it happens fast.
You know what everybody says. Don't get involved. Play the field. Don't let it get heavy.
Hello, beautiful.
Hello.
Hey, I'll see you later, huh?
Okay.
Oh, someone is not pleased to see me.
I'm glad he's not.
I take it that's the one.
He's great.
Yeah, if you like that type. You like that type. I tell you what, why don't you ask him up to the house?
I was hoping you'd ask that. This weekend?
This weekend? All right, this weekend. There's your keys.
Thanks. Professor Kingsfield. Excuse me, sir. I'd like you to meet my father. He claims he was once one of your prize students.
If he says so, he must have been.
You don't remember me, do you, Professor Kingsfield?
Should I, Mr. Birch?
He does remember me, doesn't he?
Sometimes I just hate him. He can be so rude.
Well, actually, he's kind of mellowed.
Oh, well, come on. I want you to meet Jim. You'll like him.
At the house this weekend. Okay? Bye.
Thanks. my father.
Your father?
Yes, of course. Don't you love your father?
Yes.
He brought my car down for me. He was too busy to be introduced, but he's invited us up to the house for the weekend.
The weekend, Nancy. Monday's a very heavy day in 3 classes with an exam in torts.
We can study there. Jim, it's beautiful. The change of scenery would do us good. Besides, I want you to meet him.
You really think we're going to get any work done?
My father's going to insist on it.
Your father's going to insist on it.
He was one of Kingsfield's prize students 25 years ago.
This is all yours?
Actually, I just rent a room in the attic. You can make a turn at the gate here.
Okay. I'm glad they're on our side. 2 guards?
The peasants could revolt at any hour.
It's beautiful. It's really beautiful. What does your father do? What kind of law?
Business, corporations, corporation law.
There's something about this. How long have you lived here?
Since I was 12.
Was it always like this?
You mean, was it always this beautiful?
No, I mean the security. The guards.
I suppose 10 years ago. Everything was different.
Yeah. I guess so.
Well, you'll meet him. You'll meet him. Oh, Jim, make yourself a drink. I'll be right back, okay?
I'm Nancy's father. Hello.
James, hi, Mr. Birch.
I'm very glad you could come.
This is a fabulous house.
Well, it's a little more than we need right now with Nancy away, but she grew up here. Kids don't like their parents to sell the old homestead, do they?
Do you own a racehorse here?
Well, if that horse was alive, he'd be about 27 now.
I don't think I read the date.
Jim, we're going to have a nice, quiet family weekend here, okay? Informal, get to know you, take it easy. Now, I know you got a lot of work you have to do. Aha!
What are you up to?
Standing in the shadows watching. I used to be a great spy when I was a kid.
You certainly were.
How'd we look?
You know, the overprotective father, solicitous yet warm. The young man, more formal than necessary.
Would you do me a great favor and go away so that we can get to know one another?
Let me stick around.
You know, I have an idea. I know how we can get rid of it for a little while. How about some racquetball before dinner? You know the game?
Yes. Nancy told me to take it easy on you.
Ho, ho, ho. My son, Michael. My brother, Nick.
Pleasure.
Good to meet you.
All right, let's go. I haven't had any exercise all week.
Watch out for him. Come on, good, Jim. Go for it. So you thought you had another Patsy on your hands, huh?
You raise a kid, you give everything she wants. Suddenly she becomes a Benedict Arnold. It's a nice shot, Jim.
Thanks. Lucky.
Not bad.
Not bad. Keep on him. Stay in there. Beautiful.
Good shot. All right.
They've been saying that Birch was over the hill, but the devilish and powerful strength of his
Over the hill? Over the hill? Maybe he's over the hill, not me. Jim, I'm sorry I'm going to have to put you away now just to shut the kid up.
Clobber him, Jim.
Get him, Dad. All right, another one just like that.
Great!
You got him now. All right.
Luck! Nothing but luck.
Good game, Mr. Birch.
You're pretty good yourself, Jim.
I never stood a chance, did I?
What are you talking about? You had 10 points ahead. All right, daughter. You want to be next?
Are you never satisfied? Here I bring someone home for a quiet weekend of study, and what do you do but demolish him? I apologize.
I enjoyed it.
Well, I certainly hope you're going to enjoy dinner tonight, too, Jim, because I'm the cook.
Oh, he's really good.
Yeah, it's the only sport he seems to have time for anymore.
You know, it's funny how things never change, really. Kingsfield terrified me when he was teaching me contracts, and here he is, 22 years later, scaring the pants off you two.
And it seems to get worse every year. Did you ever know anything about his personal life?
Well, I know he was married. A gorgeous woman. Apparently she dropped out of sight. Maybe she's dead? Divorced? I'm sure that's nothing. It's a hedgehog or a ground squirrel sometimes causes that.
Yeah, well, I'd like to see. I'll be right back.
All right, Michael, you take a look.
Mike looks terrific.
Yeah, he's coming along. Your mother would have been very proud of him. And you. By the way, how much do you two actually have to do this weekend in work?
About, what, 40 pounds worth?
Let's see, at this time of the year, how about mistaken assumptions?
How did you know?
We just did that yesterday.
Well, I guess what worked then works now.
Nothing.
Good. Michael, eat your clams. They get cold.
Doesn't it make you feel uncomfortable living that way?
Jim, I do what I can to protect my family. When Nancy was living here, I kept security even tighter. There was a kidnapping a mile away from here last year. I wanted to tell you something about Nancy, Jim. She's a very serious person. I mean, she can have a good time. She loves to have fun. But underneath it, she's got her own plans. I know she likes you.
Oh, I like her too, very much.
Well, I like seeing you two together. What do you want to do? What kind of legal work?
Oh, I haven't decided yet. It's also new.
Nancy wants to go into constitutional law. So you try to see that she doesn't change her mind.
I don't understand, sir. Why would you want to change your mind?
Hello. What makes you think that? I'll call you back. Well, Jim, you see, I just want you to know how strongly I feel about standing behind her.
I crave some indulgence for intruding on this male domain, but I feel I've earned it by cleaning the kitchen.
I cooked the dinner, didn't I?
Okay. What are you two talking about?
What else? You. I'm going to leave you two together now, because I have some phone calls I've got to make. I'll see you legal eagles in the morning.
Anything wrong?
No. Just have something I have to do.
Dad, thank you for a perfect day. He likes you.
No, he really loves you. He said something I didn't quite understand about a life of your own.
He's wonderful. There's some things that I've wanted to say that I haven't really quite known how to say. If it goes with us the way I'd like it to, and the way I hope you'd like it to.
What are you trying to say? Can't you just lay it out?
Jim, I can see a time in the future when we'll be alone like this. And you'll question me about this or about that. And I'll say I can't talk about it. And you'll become angry. And you'll say, we've been together X amount of months or even X amount of years. Don't you think it's time you started trusting me?
I'm trying to follow this.
What he means is, and what I mean is I am not my father and my father is not me.
Nancy, you can't bring something like this up and let it go unexplained. Oh, okay. Stop worrying about it. Why pick the future apart?
All I can tell you now is that the way things are right here is good. I can't say what it's going to be like later, and neither can you.
I just got this awful feeling that you think we're okay now, but that you don't want to say what it's going to be like in 24 hours.
I'll tell you what it's going to be like in 24 hours. It's going to be good. And the day after that, it's going to be better. And the day after that, it's going to be even better, and it's going to continue to get better, and that's all I can promise now. The weekend was really great. Really great.
We got the work done, too. You didn't believe me when I told you.
You remember what we were talking about in the den? When you were saying there were things you didn't want to talk about. Can we talk about them now?
Why don't we wait until tonight? I don't want to be serious now. Let's just enjoy the scenery. We don't get free time like this very often.
Nancy.
Tonight, I promise.
Here's the campus. Glad to be back?
I'd rather be home. Can't we turn around and go back?
You're kidding. You love it here.
You do, too. I wonder what's going on here. They must be shooting a movie or something, huh?
Miss Burt! That's her.
Thanks.
Over here, Miss Burt.
Nancy, did you see it? See what?
The shooting. Were you there?
Shooting? Shooting? What happened?
Nancy, do you know who's behind it?
Did your father say anything before he died? Were you close to your father?
Who do you think did it?
Is that your boyfriend?
And what time did you... When did you ask your father?
We don't mess away.
And leave her alone. Come on, Nancy, let's get out of here.
Hold on. Nancy, hey, wait a minute. I gotta get a question answered here. A statement, please. Hey, please, come on in.
This way. In here, in here.
Back, that's it.
Why wasn't I there when you needed me?
You ready, Sam?
Why did this happen? Who was he?
Let's have a 4-second leader on this, then punch up the audio.
I have to get out of here.
Not now. Tell me about this. I want to know.
Police are unable to give the exact time, but between 10 and 11 this morning, Anthony Birch, lawyer and some say partner of reputed gangland czar Albert Mortensen, was executed in his palatial home.
Executed?
I want to go home.
As of this moment, no one can explain the absence of Birch's personal security guards. Deputy Coroner Colin Whitehead told Channel 9 reporters that the cause of death was 3 Magnum bullets fired into the back of the head at point-blank range. Gangland killings don't come any professional.
No, I want to go home. I have to.
Can't we talk for just a minute?
No.
We hope to have an
I'm
update
going.
within the next hour.
I have to be.
All right, cut cameras 1 and 2. Cover the empty car with camera 3.
Guaranteed contracts, contracts for the sale of land, contracts for the sale of goods over a certain amount, contracts in consideration of marriage, agents' contracts, and contracts which are incapable of being performed within a year. All right, you okay?
How could he possibly be okay?
I'm okay.
Why don't we just leave him alone?
My mind's not on this. I'd like to go to the funeral tomorrow.
Are you crazy? You're gonna be a lawyer. Don't do a dumb thing like that.
What do you think?
Well, 10 years from now, when someone breaks out a photograph of you mourning the death of an underworld figure.
Would it bother you if I went?
No, why would it bother me?
Okay, it doesn't.
Hart, do what you have to do.
You're so right.
Logan, face it. Would you want to be in a law firm with someone who had ties to a family of heavyweight criminals? He is on his way to wrecking his life.
I'm glad to see you.
I borrowed a car and drove all the way up there this morning. I tried to get in, but a bunch of guys in dark suits wouldn't let me through. I guess they thought maybe I was a reporter or something.
No, that was my doing. They were following my orders. I told them not to let you through. They photographed everyone inside the chapel. You don't want to have to explain to some Senate Rackets Committee someday why you attended the funeral.
I wouldn't have gone if I didn't think I could handle that.
I'm stuck. Doesn't mean you have to be. Okay?
Believe it.
No, please not again.
I'll call the police.
No, that's not it. My roommates moved out.
Both of them?
I should have known. I've had it my whole life. Guilt by association.
Hello? She's left for France. Try the Sorbonne. Reporter. You'll have to change your number.
I should change my name. Inside of me, I feel even emptier than this room. Except for you. I know how much it took for you to decide to come to the funeral.
I felt something for your father. Maybe I shouldn't have, but I did. I remember what he said about you. It was important for me to be there.
When I was driving to the funeral, I kept saying to myself, I hope, I pray he doesn't run. But I wouldn't blame you if you did. When I was about 8 at St. Anne's School, one of the girls started to pick on me. And when she was warned who I was, who my family was, she never picked on me. Nobody ever picked on me ever again. From then on, I was safe. And alone.
Has anybody seen Hart yet?
No, I haven't. You start without him.
Yeah, I think you're right. I'm going to take notes for him. Okay, I will. We never did finish contracts that should be in writing.
Look, he would have let us know if he wasn't coming. Why don't we wait a few more minutes?
Hi.
You're late.
Well, before we start, there's something I have to say. I got an invitation to join the King's Bench Society a couple of weeks ago. Now they say they're sorry, they're withdrawing the invitation.
So?
So, some of you may not want me in this group. I mean, if you think I'm associated with something illegal, and you can't live with that, okay, I'm not saying you're wrong.
Are you saying you want to quit the group?
You have a contract with us. You can't quit.
I'm not quitting. What you have to decide is whether or not you want to drop me.
This kind of talk is no good. It's no good, man. It hurts everybody.
You don't want to deal with it.
Right, I don't want to deal with it.
I don't want to deal with it either.
Well, it has to be dealt with. I mean, I don't want to be a part of this group against anybody's will. I know where I stand. I'm not going to disassociate myself from Nancy. What you have to figure out is where you stand, and whether or not you want to disassociate yourselves from me. Just let me know how you feel, okay?
Thank you, Mr. Hercules.
That's why you hired me, so that I'd get the hernia instead of you.
Yeah, that's why I hired you. They get to you, huh?
You noticed?
You think I'm blind? Every waiter in the joint's busy and you're half busy. These 1Ls are a pain in the neck sometimes. They hear something, they jump like a bunch of sparrows trying to get out of the way.
Oh, it's not too good for business. You want to replace me till this is all over?
Controversial waiter's good for business. They may not sit at your table, but they're coming in to have a look at you.
You haven't been in this business 10 years for nothing, have you?
Just about nothing. How you gonna make any money betting on these ponies?
Hi. Anything?
Draft beer.
White wine. Right.
Art?
Yes?
Can we talk to you for a minute?
Oh, no, you guys are cops?
We're both law school graduates. We know how you feel. This is 100% confidential.
Well, I don't know anything, and even if I did, I wouldn't tell you now anyway.
Until you check with Nancy.
I didn't say that.
Look, we know you're not involved in this, but a murder was committed. We work in the public interest. You should know that.
Public interest also includes the private interest.
There's no rush, Mr. Hart. We have plenty of time. Just think about it. That's all we ask.
Come here. The cops here.
They just broke my lease. I have to move.
No. Oh, that's disgusting.
Look, I decided I think I should just go home and drop out of school
No,
just for
you're
a
not.
little while.
You're not leaving school. Forget the house. You can move in with me.
I can't do that to you.
I'm doing it to me. Wait here. I'll be right back.
Art, we want to talk to you.
I don't want to have to deal with this now.
It's not going to take longer than 60 seconds.
Come on, a minute.
We don't want you to leave the group. We're with you.
We apologize for being stupid and disloyal and generally wormy.
You really came at a good time. I could use a favor.
Just name it.
2 guys in booth 8 are federal officers. They know all about all of you.
Really? Great.
Can we hide out in your room for a while?
Sure.
Thanks. And that's where we'll be. Keep the cops away. See you later.
Yeah. Watch this. Hi, guys. Hey, anything you want to know, just ask me. Because you guys made Hart feel so low, he went back to his farm in Minnesota. His father raises pigs. But it's not a total loss because there's an uncle that lives with them who's a therapist. And he has this very good friend in New York at Bellevue who's a very good shrink. And I think it's going to be all right.
How come you get up so early?
Nervous, I guess. The radio is still vicious this morning. Police continuing their investigation into the gangland execution of Anthony Birch. The pictures in my brain are so ugly, Jim. That's nice. There he goes again. That's just how I feel.
Then scream.
That felt great.
Hey, Hart, you in there?
No!
Nancy, you're over page 1.
No comments, Bell, okay?
Comments? I'm jealous. You're the most colorful 1L on campus.
Thanks.
How about the screamer, huh? That's got to be a first. A woman?
Oh, that sounded like a woman to you?
Yeah.
And Bell, next time, do me a favor. Please knock, will you?
Sure, sorry. Guess the excitement's a little bit too much for me around here.
He is really something. Strange, but cute.
Strange but cute. I wonder if I would have put it just that way. Should we let him in?
I don't see what we've got to lose. Only this time I'm not moving.
Come in!
What are you doing here?
Inside.
You were not invited in, Nick.
I wouldn't be here if it wasn't important. I tried your other place first. Can't he wait outside? Go to the men's room or something?
You're asking him to get out of his own room?
A few minutes.
Let him stay. Who cares?
Michael, take it easy. Now, what is so important?
I can't talk while he's here. All right, let's go somewhere.
I don't want you taking her with you.
Who cares what you want?
Nick!
You belong home.
Is that what you've come here to tell me? That you want me to go home?
No. Listen. I want you to tell me what you know.
Shut up.
You shut up.
I can't control him anymore.
I want you to tell me what you know.
Michael, I loved him as much as you did. Let him rest. Let yourselves rest. Let me rest. I think I'm going to drop out.
Absolutely not.
Well, I can continue next year, Jim. When things have cooled off a bit, I could simply go to another law school.
You can't drop out. You promised your father. I even promised your father.
Oh, Jim, let's go around the back. I don't think they really want to see me.
What?
Hi.
Hi.
Hi. You okay?
Yes, thank you.
How you doing?
Hi, Hart. Hi, Nancy.
Hello.
Could you take care of her for just a minute? There's something I have to do.
Sure, I'll be glad to. All day.
Be right back. Professor Kingsfield, sir, I have to talk to you. I'm Hart, Section 1.
Yes, I've been reading and hearing about you.
Yes, sir.
What is it, Mr. Hart?
Well, sir, about the research assistant position. I think Nancy, Miss Birch, would make a wonderful research assistant. I don't have to tell you what happened, sir. It isn't going to be easy for her to make a life of her own, and I think it would help her a lot if...
You don't have to plead Miss Birch's case. She wouldn't be in this school for all her youthful brilliance if it hadn't been for me. I've long been aware of who she is and of her background.
Well, if that's so, sir, couldn't you allow for...
I shall be late. If I'm late, you'll be late.
But there are extenuating circumstances, sir, that...
Do not try to influence me. It's useless and presumptuous. I've already made my choice.
You have press people down there.
Nancy, go through the other door, okay?
Ready to do this?
Hey, Hart, where's your girlfriend?
How about Stephen?
I should go down home.
Where is she?
How about it, Hart?
Frank, move it.
Offer and acceptance. The very beginnings of the process of contract making. Without a valid offer, duly accepted, there can be no contract. Who can accept an offer? Mr. Peterson?
Accept an offer? Well, anybody, sir.
Mr. Bell?
Sir, that's true if the offer is made to the general public through an ad, for example. But in its usual meaning, an offer can only be accepted by the person to whom it is made. It's considered personal and cannot be transferred to a third party.
That's right. And how about acceptance, Miss Birch?
Yes, sir.
Miss Birch, will you rise?
I'm not prepared, Professor Kingsfield.
I understand. However, tell us what you know about acceptance in contract law.
To be valid, acceptance must be unequivocal, it must be clear and unqualified.
Bear that in mind, Miss Birch. Now, there are exceptions, of course, which we will consider in due course. For the present, I wish to announce that I've chosen Miss Birch as my research assistant for the next 30 days.
Right.
Out! Get out of my class! Out! Mr. Ford, the exceptions.
There are grumbling acceptances, conditional acceptances, and new provisions proposed by the offeree.
And what is a grumbling acceptance, Mr. Anderson?
When the offeree says, okay, send the merchandise, but I sure wish I had a better deal.
Professor Kingsfield, Sir, I would like to thank you for the post that you have offered me, but I'm afraid I cannot accept.
Nancy.
Quiet.
It's not right for me. I can't accept under the present.
That is your choice. Effective immediately, there's a research assistantship open in this class.
And there is also a seat open in contract law.
Mr. Anderson, the grumbling acceptance. I wish to make it clear that we have a contract here, you and I. You expect to be taught, and grumbling or not, I agree to teach you. When you are not present, our contract is in breach. You cannot learn, and I cannot instruct. Your presence in this class is therefore essential. Mr. Anderson, you may proceed.
Nancy!
Unlock it. Nancy!
Oh, no, let me go, Jim, please. It's not my world. It's not my way.
It'll all be over soon, and they'll leave you alone. You can have the life you want.
I can't. I just don't want it anymore, Jim.
Let me in. I want to talk to you.
No. No, I don't want to talk to you.
Nancy, please, don't go.
You're going to be great. You're going to be a brilliant lawyer. And I'll read about you. I really will. Goodbye, Jim.
Mr. Eisenson, when you purchase an automobile, what items do you bargain about?
Well, the price of the car, I guess, and the color. And whether you want, you can bargain over the other options, like whether you want a stereo or an 8-track tape player or one of those cassette players
Yes,
that
that
you
will be
put in
quite
yourself.
enough, Mr. Eisenson. What you don't bargain over are the basic terms set forth in the printed contract you sign with the automobile company. This is known as an adhesion contract. Would you define the term adhesion, Mr. Hart? Mr. Hart?
I pass, sir.
In this class, nobody passes. That's for other classes. Here we stand on our feet and we speak.
I'm sorry, sir. I wasn't paying attention.
I will restate the question. Adhesion. What does it mean?
I don't know, sir.
The term adhesion has a specific meaning in contract law. Use your mind and you'll be able to tell us. Organize your thoughts and speak up. We cannot hear you, Mr. Hart. There's a sense of your presence here. We still don't hear you, Mr. Hart. What are you telling us about adhesion?
Adhesion, okay.
Stretch our imagination. Show us that one day you will be a lawyer now that you're on your feet.
Would you shut up a minute, please?
I shall be delighted to shut up if and when you have anything to say.
Adhesion is a term used to describe an agreement in which the parties don't have equal bargaining positions. The contract, which is drafted by the dominant party, is offered to the weaker party on a take-it-or-leave-it basis, such as we often have in this class, sir.
Right. Quite right, Mr. Hart. Bearing in mind, however, that a contract is nothing but a temporary arrangement between two parties and does not of itself endure. What does endure is the will of the people who made it. When you entered this school, you made a bargain. The school and with yourselves, does not that also imply the necessary determination and endurance on your part to carry it through? I think it does, Mr. Hart. So, let's continue. Mr. Randazzo.
The first years are hard years, much more than we know. With good friends to love us, we'll build every road. Stay open to all things.